Hello, first grade. Today is Thursday, June 4, and we have Oliver Luciano visiting us today. So hi there, Oliver Luciano and Willow and Ollie and everyone. Let's see, we have our newer sight words.
Is this the usual Ray Village?
Ate, like we ate food.
Okay, I've seen this village. It's like the sand village, right?
We.
Okay.
Us.
This is like just stand. Yep, I'm right behind you.
Or.
Is it more by your base?
Be. Not the bug, but
Right behind
I want to be here.
you. Keep spamming rockets. Right in the. Oh, this is the
Two.
place, right? I wish I could do that.
Of.
Have you started a raid?
Was.
This is gonna be my first raid.
That.
Should I land?
You.
Oh, where? Oh. Where?
At.
Oh, I guess I could try to land on it.
All.
Oh, I see the raid thing. No, I
On.
don't see it. Oh my gosh,
On.
I just failed to land.
In.
Spawn. Spawn.
His.
Wait, can you put like a chest or a box down so you can put my other random
Now you will need,
stuff?
I'll put this down so you can see.
I don't know why I have channel and they don't need it here.
Your booklet, sight word booklet. 5 blank index cards and a pencil. So you can pause and go get those things and then join in again when you have them. And then let's turn to our new sight words.
What the heck? Wait,
Right here.
I have no idea.
And then you're going to, with your index cards, put these sight words on them.
The guys. Can you defend the guys? How do I get out?
Oops.
How do I get down out of here?
You might hear my boys talking
Okay.
because we're sharing our space here. Here we go. There's be, or, us, we, ate. And you'll put all of those 5 on your index cards. You can use this book too, so you can see it here and then write them on the cards. So pause here and write them as neatly as you can, and then we'll start up again when you're done.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No.
Now we have,
It's gonna be a hard landing.
we have to find out what this word is, a word puzzle. It's going to have 1, 2, 3 letters in it.
Oh my gosh. I need.
And I will give you 2 letters.
Oh. I just got so lucky.
There we go. And so we need to figure out what this letter is.
The one block
and what word it is.
There's an X guy, blah, blah, blah. Nothing too dangerous. Yep.
All right, let's see if you guessed it.
Zombie.
Whoops, that's kind of a big little H there, but we get the idea. His.
Bro, are you
How many of you guessed that? I wonder.
No, I'm talking about the guy.
Okay,
I need infinity on it.
so this week we had a story with a new sound. And do you remember? It's 2 letters that make a new sound. One of the letters we've been working with for the last 3 weeks in the last 3 stories. It's the H sound. And what letter did H pair up with this week to make a new sound?
I see him.
T. And they make what sound together? TH make
Okay,
or
when's
the,
my
the.
last Is this a level 3 raid?
We had the story, and yesterday and the day before we drew a picture of the story, and then we put in a lot of those or the words
There's this guy.
on the picture. So we're now today going to write a few thoughts, 3 thoughts about the story we heard, with a lot of those th words in our thoughts that we write. So we're going to need a few materials. You're going to need the tape again, and then I have to go over here and get those things. You can be getting them too. We need crayons. And we need your main lesson book. You'll need 1 piece, you might need more, but 1 piece of lined paper.
Oh, there.
And yeah, the crayons and the tape. And a pencil.
Okay.
So you can pause the video and get those things. And then you can unpause
Oh, I'm so bad at
and join
it.
us again once you have everything.
Like, get the water.
Getting back to my chair now,
Wait, it makes it a lot.
since I've got all my supplies.
Okay,
Okay,
easy. I don't really care.
so we're going to save our main lesson book.
So people don't.
We're going to, we'll get to it, because first we have to write our thoughts down. It's like a train with different coaches on it. So the engine that pulls the train is what all the thoughts are about.
Sorry about me.
Some trains are freight trains that carry a lot of things to sell in stores. Some trains are passenger trains that have people in it. So whatever the engine is made to pull, that's what the story will be about, or what the cars will bring. So this story was about Willow and Ollie telling a story. And Ollie had lost his 2 front teeth. So we're going to add 3 thoughts about this story. I'm going to set the tape to the side with the crayons, but I'll need the pencil. Okay. So how many teeth did Ollie lose?
I'm gonna stay up here and
2. And where were they in his mouth?
okay.
In the front. Did you hear that? Mouth. Did you hear the TH sound in mouth? Yeah, that's one of those words too. So we can say Ollie lost his 2 front teeth. So that'll be our first coach about the story and our first thought. So Ollie is a name and it starts the thought. So 2 reasons why it should be a big letter. Let me that over. All right. Ollie.
Bro, you move so quickly. How can I move so
And then we've got our full moon. Remember, you can pause anytime to write your letters as neatly as possible and keep up with where I'm at here. So anytime, pause. Ollie, full moon. Ollie lost full moon. Ollie lost his full moon. We know this word from our sight words, and we know Ollie lost his 2, the number 2. That's the funny spelling with the W in it. 2. So Ollie lost his 2. Remember to pause if you need to. Ollie lost his 2 front with a full moon teeth. Oops, that's a funny E. Now I'm putting the full moon there, but I stopped myself because the full moon needs to come down below to stop the thought. That's the end of that thought, the end of that coach. Here it is. So remember to pause it and catch up and then start again. Ollie lost his 2 front teeth. Now we can take our 2 fingers and put them like this, and we'll want to start the next thought a little further away on the other side of 2 fingers, just so we have space there. And now we'll talk about what Ollie told in his story a little bit. We'll mention some of the things he said. So he told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump, a thud, and a mammoth in it. Don't think we'll put that end part in it in. We'll just leave it at mammoth. So he told a story. So he is the beginning of a thought. Do we make that a big letter then? Yes, we do. It's not a name. It just is talking about Ollie instead of saying Ollie. Remember to keep some space there. You can use your 2 fingers. He, the full moon, told full moon. He told a full moon story. Full moon. This is a longer thought. He told a story that had, so that had full moon. So we'll stop there and go over it. He told a story that had, and now we're going to start listing all of the things that were in the story, or at least a lot of them. And when we list things, then the full moon becomes a crescent moon and drops down at the bottom to show the space down there. So he told a story that had a moth, we're still listing what it is, a full moon, moth.
Wait, did you actually hit Pickle Nick?
Now we get that crescent moon down there. Because we're going to keep listing. It's the same thought. We're just listing things in it. Listing different things he had in the story. He told a story that had a moth, crescent moon,
Where do you put my rockets?
a throne,
I have no idea.
a full moon throne,
I can grab it. I guess you could.
crescent moon, a full moon throne, because it's two words, a throne. Crescent moon down there. Let's make sure you can really tell. What's more on the list there? Oh, thunder. If Ari's listening, he's probably thinking about his brother. Thunder. Oh dear, I'm going to cut it close. I'll barely fit in my full moon. Thunder. Oops. But we're going to keep listing. So it's going to be a crescent moon. That works out a little better. There's more room for a crescent moon. There. So he told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump, a full moon, thump,
Sorry about my badness and stuff. Oh, scared. Don't push me. Oh.
crescent moon, a thump. Remember to pause anytime and keep writing and then press play again. He told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump,
Yeah.
a thud,
Should I put my mic on?
a full moon, thud, and, no crescent moon. And is like the last crescent moon. Because now you're listing the last thing after and. So we'll just use a full moon to show that we're separating the word thud from and. And another full moon. I'm going to have to flip over my page. So if you need to pause now, that's a good moment before I flip it to get up to this point. And then press play again. Okay. So he told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump, a thud, and a mammoth. A full moon, mammoth.
Wait, is it an earthquake? In real life?
And then that's the end of that very long coach. That was a big coach. And the end of a thought. So we put our full moon down to stop the thought. A full stop there. Mammoth has lots of M's in it. So I'll read that again and then we'll go to our last coach, our last thought. He told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, not Ari's brother, a thump, a thud, and, no, a mammoth.
I'm in the middle of a raid.
What's that, Sam? You felt an earthquake? Did you feel an earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I see the little chandelier moving.
There's an earthquake too.
Who was saying it?
Sam said there's an earthquake.
That lasted for like a minute.
Wow, I didn't feel it. I wonder if I'm recording. First grade is hearing all this because I'm recording the video. But maybe when you see this video tomorrow, you'll say, oh, Mrs. Eckel took this during the earthquake that I felt. That's exactly what it is. And I'm looking up and I see our chandelier moving. Let's see if you can see it. See it swaying there? So we must have had an earthquake. But I was so interested in what I'm doing here with all of you that I didn't even feel it. I can't believe it. Anyway, let's make sure this is, yeah, that should be straightened. Well, we have one more thought. Let's see if we can get it done without another earthquake. All right, I've got the front filled, starting the back. And with our new thought, we get our 2 fingers there. And then we'll finish our little writing that we're doing for this. So after the story was told, what did Willow and Ollie go and do? They went to take a bath, right? So Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. So we have our 2 fingers there, and we'll start the new thought about there. Then, it's the beginning of a thought. Do we make it a big letter? Yes, it's a big capital letter, T. So then, Willow and Ollie. So we'll do our full moon. Then, Willow is a name. Do we make that a capital big letter or keep it little? It's a name, so we make it capital. So then Willow.
I'm at 2 words. And I don't have any of my lights on.
Full moon. Then Willow and
No, I said I didn't have my lights on.
full moon. Ollie. Is that a big letter too?
6, 10.
Yes. O for Ollie, because that's his name. Ollie. So then, whoops. Then Willow and Ollie, full moon, went inside. Went. Full moon, inside. Full moon. If you look here, we know this word already. In. And if you put it with another word, side, it makes the word inside. So it's got 2 words together. You'll find that in our language, in English. You'll find that happens quite a bit in Englishland. So, Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. This 2 with 1 O. To take Then Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. A bath. End of thought. So we have the full moon comes down to stop it, a full stop on that thought. And we're done telling about the story. Then Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. There we go. So let's read it all together now.
Oh, I want to understand.
First, though, I'm going to keep it here. I'd like you to pause if you need to, and come back and finish what you need to, and then start the video again. Okay. Now we'll read it all together. Here we go. I'll read each thought twice, and you can read along. Ollie lost his 2 front teeth. I'll do that again. Ollie lost his 2 front teeth. Next thought. He told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump, a thud, and a mammoth. One more, really long coach there, long thought. Here we go. He told a story that had a moth, a throne, thunder, a thump, a thud, and a mammoth. Then, last thought, then Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. One more. Then Willow and Ollie went inside to take a bath. The end. So now we need our main lesson book. We're going to turn it on its side. So it's not portrait, landscape. Spirals on the top here, so they're out of the way. And then we're going to put this right in the center as best we can. As in the center as we think it could be. And we're going to get our tape, and we'll tape over on this side. So just 3 little pieces or medium pieces, and we'll start at the top. We'll make our little book. Middle. And bottom. So take your time and do that. You can pause the video and start up again once you have that done. So then you would be able to do this and have your book open to read the other side. So now all we need, this week we've been using brown as our border color. We had orange, we had purple for the other 2, CH and SH, ch and sh. And this week for we have brown. So now that you've taped it, you have it ready to make just that big brown border. I'm going to take Papa Bear. You're going to have a smaller border. Again, my paper is a bit bigger than your main lesson book. And then I'm just going to go around. I'll start in the heavens and then go to the earth. And then the left. And then the right.
He's so fast.
And then fill in any spots that got left. And I'm going to make the inside around the paper shout more. So I'm going to take Mama Bear and give that a darker, I'm going to press down and shout. You can see that on the bottom already. Do some on the top. And on the sides. And I'm going to just round it a little bit and soften it so that it doesn't look just like a thick line, but it blends in like a song to the rest of the border. let's see. I think I'll make it a little darker over here. There, that's pretty. I'm gonna put my brown crayon away. And then keep your crayons out because you can open it up and then we have our other page. You can draw a picture of anything you'd like to in the story. Maybe you want to draw a picture about Ollie's story. Maybe the throne room with the mammoth in it, or the lightning and thunder that happens, or their bath time maybe. So you can draw any other parts of the story you'd like to also. All right, so you can pause the video and do that with your crayons that you have open already. And then join us again when you have your picture. So we finished our writing about the story this week with the TH, the th sound that TH make together. And you can put your crayons away, so tuck them away in their sleeping bags and roll up your crayons and tuck those away. And then a reminder to read today. So wherever you are in your reading, whatever book you're reading or what you're doing, do some of that today. So when we get off, you can have a little break if you need it, and then of course get your reading done. Perhaps you already have. And you also have play practice, so you can watch that video and do things along with it with your props that you've gathered. And hopefully you've been memorizing it pretty good by now because it's been a little bit of time, so that you can perform it for your mom and dad and maybe some family on Zoom coming up at the end of school. I think some of you will have fun with that. So have a most lovely rest of your day. Don't forget to read and practice the play. And we will say goodbye to our friends. Here, I'll get this back up so we can see them. Goodbye, Willow and Ollie, and Oliver Luciano, and the animals and the mom. And we'll see you next time. Bye.